make my decisions for me, but I got so muddled up with fear and doubt that I made my choices based on them, since they were clouding my vision. Too many times have I chosen the advice of someone else rather than stick to my own plan, simply because the advised plan was logically the safer route. Who knows? Maybe it was better to follow the advice of others, but afterwards I am left to wonder, what if I did go down the other path? I try not to think like that, as thoughts of that nature tend to pull us away from being grateful for what we have in our lives right here and now. If, however, we wish to manifest our dreams, goals, and aspirations, we must maintain our integrity. Forces will try to pull us off the path of progress, but we must not bend from the line between us and that for which we aim. Fear and doubt may tug at our heartstrings, attempting to get us going in a safer direction. But we must stay true to our aim. Circumstances may seem to pull or push us in another direction, but we must not falter. We must keep at it, diligently working and reaching for our dream, not letting ourselves begin working for someone else's goal for our own lives. We shall not break our integrity. The world is a busy place these days, with so many distractions running rampant in our lives. Everything has gotten more expensive, causing people to work harder and longer hours. There are so many wars that have ravaged so many lives. Practicing their addictions has become a way of life for so many, simply as a way of numbing themselves to pain. Some people are going to college and working full-time just to be able to survive while they go to school, with the hope that they will have a better future when they graduate. Some employers are looking out for their businesses and cutting employees' hours and even positions in order to keep their doors open so a profit will keep coming in. There is so much going on in the world today that people have become too stressed out. People tend to not have much in the order of personal communication anymore, since electronic communication has taken over the world. My mom was saying something to me about that just the other day. I have fallen prey to this e-trend as well, utilizing Facebook or my phone's text messaging, or now Instagram and all my other social media, to communicate rather than just call someone and hear their voice, or go see them in person and possibly shake that person's hand or give them a hug. Of course, now with social distancing, that's sort of like, I don't know. We tell ourselves and others that we simply do not have the time. The truth of the matter is, we do have time. We have become so stressed out by all the distractions that keep us consumed by busy work that we have pushed to the bottom of our itinerary. The notion of doing our life's work, with the seemingly plausible excuse that we will get to it later. We tell ourselves that we have not talked to a friend or a loved one for a while, so we send them an email or a text message, or even tag them in a post on Facebook or Instagram. We are far too busy with our personal lives to step away for a short time just to catch up with someone over coffee, or maybe even gain a deeper connection to humanity. This is a negative trend we are on. We must get back to putting people first instead of opting to travel with the circus of electronic reality. Remember when you were scared or hurt as a child and your parents came and put their arms around you, made certain that you were safe and comforted you as much as they could? That was love. Do you remember that time when you got the phone call simply because a family member had not heard from you in a while and they wanted to make sure you were all right? That was love. Can you recall that time when your parents put out a lot of money, possibly even blowing the household budget for months, so that you could pursue an extracurricular extracurricular activity at school, or simply take up an expensive sport or hobby, that was love. Do you know that feeling you get when you are with your girlfriend or boyfriend, spouse if you are married, like they are the only one that exists for you? That is love. Do you know that moment when your pet jumps in your lap and lavishes you with attention as if you are the only person in the entire world? That is love. It may seem really annoying at the moment, but that is love. All of these are examples of love and how it is presented. There are so many more examples and situations I could cite, but I think that I have given enough to get my point across. That point is specifically that people need to reopen and access the human connection and get back to love. Just a sec, my brother left a comment. Just a sec. I see your comment, bro. Right on. You're welcome. Love you, bro. Sorry about that. Let me get back in this. We have joined the busy masses and commenced to bury our heads in our busy work and have forgotten to live a life that is based on love. We have lost track of why it was that we started on our path in the first place. It seems to me that a lot of, if not most, people started on the path they are on because they wanted or felt a need to improve their lives for not only themselves, but for those close to them as well. This was an act of love, even though on the face of it, one might see it as simply getting ahead in the world and nothing else. Backing up, I'm now divorced, but this was written when I was married. My wife wants to be able to fully support us should the day come that my multiple sclerosis progresses to a point that I am no longer able to work and make an income. Hence, she is going to school and working full time, which is causing her to be stressed out. She loves me, so rather than leave when things may look bleak to some, she is doing what she can to pick up the slack on my end. I start to feel like a popped balloon at times, having reached my full potential, been deflated, and can never get back to that spot. The truth is that I can do something about it. So here I am, writing a book and sharing a bit of my soul with the world, so that I might be able to also contribute to this joint venture I entered into with my wife. I am grateful for everything she does for us, and I often tell her how very much I love her and appreciate the things she does. But I would still like to be a fully vested partner in our marriage. Love can drive us to be better people. Love can brighten our day or even our lives. Love can cause us to change the way we do things. It can also be the drive behind an act of insanity, causing us to step out of our normal boundaries to perform an act of love for someone. Think of me walking out on a freeway overpass with a big sign saying, "Happy birthday, Jessica," so my wife will see it as she passes by on the freeway below on her way home from work. I actually made the big sign and parked near the overpass, but when I walked up to the overpass, there was a sign saying, "No pedestrians." My sign may have been defeated by their sign, but I told my wife of my intention and it still made her very happy. I made her happy, so I fulfilled my intention, even if I was unable to hang the sign from the overpass. She still felt the love behind the intention. Actions speak louder than words, but the intention was there, so I told her about it so that the whole thing was not lost in the abyss of things that never were. I have always loved listening to the Beatles. They were always singing about love, and I think that is what draws me into their music, like a magnetic force is pulling me. It is about positive, creative things, unlike other music I have been fond of over the years. All You Need Is Love happens to be one of my favorite songs by the Beatles because of its simplicity and the fact that an entire life can be based on love. when one's each and every action are based on love. John Lennon had this to say about love. If someone thinks that love and peace is a cliche left behind in the 60s, that is his problem. Love and peace are eternal. A person's life may not be eternal, but it does last through many years of experiences, ups and downs, tragedies, joys, births, deaths, and everything in between. Love is there to stand witness to all of it. It may be obscured by brief moments of negativity, maybe even tucked away for a time, while one dementedly basks in pools of pessimism, but it is there, nonetheless. Love is always in our hearts, even when we feel a negative emotion. It is there, waiting for us to come back to it. Why do we fill our days with so many distractions that take our attention and intentions away from that which we love? Why do we allow negative emotions to drown out love at times? Why do we sometimes act on this negativity when it goes against the love we have inside? I believe the answer lies in our focus. Whatever we focus on obviously gets our attention. It is when we focus our attention on things other than the basis of our love that it seems to fade. That being so, we need to focus our full attention onto the people that we love and show them that we love them, not just tell them. Let us not allow the love that is inside of us to be stifled by any negativity we may be feeling at any given moment. As a matter of fact, let us crank up the volume. From here on out, we shall amplify love. Back in the day, way back in the day, people aspired to be great and do great things, such as Egyptians building the pyramids or Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel. At the beginning of the last century, men aspired to overcome gravity and fly through the air like birds, resulting in the Wright brothers' first successful flight of an airplane. And of course, more recently, others got bored of this. Where am I at? Oh, shoot. What did that say? Yeah. More recently, others got bored of this big, glorious rock. No, when I said where am I thought I lost my place in the book. More recently, others got bored of this big, glorious rock we live on, and they aspired to conquer the Earth's atmosphere and rode in a rocket